Hello and welcome to Mastermind Academics. In today's video, I'm going to take you through Capstone 2.0. But before that, Mastermind Academics has some goals for you because we are offering tutoring services. So if you need help in Capsim, Capstone or any related business simulation, text us on the email in the description or on the WhatsApp number and we shall sort you out. Thank you. So currently we are in round 5 of the simulation and our team is Team Baldwin. So we're going to continue the simulation. But before we make the decisions, we shall have to go through the report. So as Baldwin, here on the report you can see that we have a return on sales of 4.2%, an asset turnover of 1.55, return on assets of 6.5%, maybe a leverage of 2.16, return on equity of 14.0%, and maybe in the last round we had sales of 203,035 and we had a profit of 8,472. We don't have any emergency loan at the moment and our contribution margin is 29.94%. So we shall go through segment by segment before we make our decisions on the portal. The portal is now open. So we shall start with the traditional segment, and now the traditional segment we're going to talk about something called the traditional customer buying criteria, and here are just the expectations of what customers expect in this traditional segment product. Here customers expect an age of 2 years, price 18 to 28, positioning performance of 7.8 and size of 12.2, MTBF 14 to 19,000. Next is the low-end customer buying criteria, whereby customers expect a price between 13 to 23, an age of 7 years, a positioning performance of 3.7 and size 16.3, maybe an MTBF of 12 to 17,000 hours. Next, the high-end segment, and another high-end segment is what customers expect. A positioning performance 12.5 and size 7.5, age of 0 years, MTBF 20 to 25,000, price 28 to 38. Next, the performance segment, and here is what customers expect. MTBF between 22 to 27,000, positioning performance 13.4 and size 13.2, a price of 23 to 33 and an age of 1 year. Lastly is the size segment, and here is what customers expect. Performance 6.8 and size 6.6, age 1.5 years, MTBF 16 to 21,000 hours, and lastly a price of $23 to $33. So those are the expectations that we have in each and every segment. So after going through the expectations and maybe going through the market carefully, I came up with certain decisions for our products. And remember that our products are Becca. We have bead, second bead, and then bald, and then lastly body. So for Becca, I decided we use 8.6 as our performance and a size of 11.4. And after that, you can see that our revision date is May 20th, 2029. Remember that we are in the year 2029 at the moment. Next product is bead, and here we decided to use a performance of 4.4 and a size of 15.6. And you can see that our revision date is July 28th, 2029. Third product is bead, and for bead a performance of 12.6 and a size of 7.4. And you can see that our revision date is July 31st, 2029. The next product is bold, and for bold a performance of 13.7 and a size of 13.0. So a performance of 13.0, and you can see that our revision date is May 25th, 2029. Last product, which is body, and for body a performance of 7 and a size of 6.4. And you can clearly see that our revision date is now on May 12th, 2029. So these are the decisions that we have made for all our products, and this is the positioning of our products in the perceptual map. We can see this bead, this bold, we have body, we have bead, and then we have the Becker product. So on the perceptual map, this is how our products are positioned. Next, we have the R&D costs, whereby you can see the R&D costs for each and every product, and this is the total R&D costs. Down here, you have the customer buying criteria, whereby you can see the expectations we have for all our products. To the next department, which is marketing, whereby we're going to make our decisions under the price, the promo budget, sales budget, and lastly our forecast, whereby we will be predicting the number of products we want to sell in this segment. So for the price for Becker, I decided to maintain it at 27.25. Promo budget also maintain it at 2,000. Sales budget also maintain it at 2,000. And I decided to forecasted to sell 2,500 products for this round. For the bid product, a price, I decided to maintain it at 20.50. Promo budget and sales budget, all of them at 2,000 each, and predicted to sell 2,900 products for this round. Remember that I calculated the forecast using the growth rate demand that we have plus the number of products we sold in the last round. For the second bid, I decided to maintain a price of 37.25. Promo budget and sales budget, maintaining both of them at 2,000, and lastly forecasted to sell 1,290. For bold, I maintained a price of 32.25. Promo and sales budget of 2,000 for my products for the product, and lastly forecasted to sell 608. Sorry. $680. Sorry, I started to sell 1,000 products for bold. Sorry for that. And lastly for body, maintained a price of 32.25. Promo and sales budget of 2,000 for my products, and I forecasted to sell 1,210. Okay, 1,210. So that's my decisions for the marketing department, and here you can see the awareness and maybe the awareness and the accessibility. Remember that the promo budget promotes the customer awareness, while the sales budget promotes the customer accessibility, whereby customers can easily access our products. Then here we have the summary for our gross revenue, maybe the variable costs, the contribution margin for all our products, and maybe the fixed costs, and lastly the net margin. So that's it about marketing. The next department is production, and that production for Becker, we have forecasted to sell 2,500, and we don't have any inventory at the moment, so we're going to produce 2520. This 20 that we're adding on top is to prevent or to avoid stocking out. And next for bid, we forecasted to sell 2,900. We have an inventory of 114, so we're going to produce 2,800. Next is bid, whereby forecasted to sell 1,290. We have 386 as the inventory on hand, so we're going to produce something about 900 products. Next is bold, and for bold we forecasted to sell 1,000. We have an inventory of 330, so we're going to produce 680. Okay. Next is body, and for body we forecasted to sell 1,210. We have an inventory of 52, so we're going to produce 1,160. Okay, so that's what we have, and then you can see that for Becker we are not buying any capacity. For Bid, I want to buy a capacity of 300 so that we can have 1700, because for bid we are having a higher demand but you don't have the capacity to produce more products. For bid, no capacity being bought. Bold, and lastly buddy, no changes under the capacity and the automation. Here I have the plant investments. Maybe if you have invested in your capacity, so you can see for bid we bought a capacity of 300, which is equivalent to $7,800, and we have it here. Next part we have the margins, whereby we have the second shift production, maybe the labor cost, material cost, lastly the contribution margin. And down here we have the workforce summary, whereby you can check the number of employees we had in the last year, the one we need for this year, and the first shift and the second shift. Next part is actually the finance. Another finance, I saw no reason of making any decisions at the moment, because we cannot take a loan maybe to finance the company. The company is fine at the moment. We are focusing on making profits, so no changes under finance. Next part is the human resource, whereby we make 2,000 for the training and assembly, 2,000 for the recruitment and retention, and lastly 2,000 for the compensation. So if you can check out our pro forma of the balance scorecard, you can see that our score is 76 out of 100, which is quite not bad. Maybe if you go to the ratios, you can see that the return on sales projection is 8.3%. The asset turnover for now is 1.8. The return on assets is 14.6. Maybe the leverage is 1.7. The return on equity is 25.2%, and maybe the working capital is the working capital is 77,480. The days of working capital is 115. So we are doing fine at the moment. And maybe if you have issues with your Capstone or Capstone business simulation, text us on the email in the description or on the WhatsApp number, and we shall sort you out. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to share and subscribe and maybe like. Thank you so much.